Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, another re-review from my previous channel, a sequel, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Let's check it out. Our movie starts with a recap of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Apparently the cannibal family was never found. These two idiots are college students going to a football game, and this is Stretch, local DJ. They've got an early car phone.
Real funny guys. Okay, you want to hang up now? Sign up the line. Check it out, dude. Let's play a little chicken with the farmer here.
This isn't going to end well. It suddenly gets dark, and now they're stuck.
Are you crazy?
Well, they call the radio station again, while this is happening next to them. They keep on the line, and the radio station is actually recording the call while they try to fend off Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man wins. Meet Lefty, played by Dennis Hopper. He is the uncle of Sally and Franklin from the first film, and he's been investigating these cannibals for years.
You know why I'm here. Yes, there's something about chainsaw killers, your brother's kids killed. But that was 14 years ago, sir. Way back.
Stretch approaches Lefty with an audio tape of that phone call.
Those kids getting killed. Now this is evidence, sort of, right?
Meanwhile, Drayton Sawyer wins the chili cook-off, and you might remember him as part of the cannibal family.
I want to hear it on the radio, on your show.
So Lefty wants her to play that tape. Maybe somebody will come forward with clues. Drayton brings home his trophy. She's contemplating whether or not she should actually play it. She will. And then later on, she gets a visit. Somebody did hear the tape.
I wanna buy some radio ad time. The golden oldies.
It's Chop Top. And Leatherface. This is LG.
Hey, lick my plate, you dog dick. What the fuck you think you're doing in here? You crazy looking little son of a bitch? Get out of here!
After Leatherface knocks him over with the chainsaw, Chop Top takes the hammer to him.
Time for incoming mail!
Now, Leatherface is supposed to kill her, but he kind of likes her, so he's going to spare her.
Get her, Bubba! Get that bitch!
But he didn't. He left her. She manages to escape, and she gets out to some compound somewhere where Lefty finds her, but then she falls through the floor. She basically found the lair of where Cannibal Family hangs out. And Lefty's got some chainsaws of his own. Finds his way inside where he finds a pile of guts. Meanwhile, LG's getting skinned. Lefty's hiding. Meant to say Stretch was hiding until she gets found. Well, Leatherface took off LG's face and puts it on her. Alright, face mask and all. She's tied up. Nowhere to go. Meanwhile, LG, the man whose face she is wearing, turns out he's not actually dead. He's not doing well, but...
I guess I'm falling apart on you, honey.
At this point, Lefty has made it into the lair where he finds the skeleton and wheelchair of his nephew Franklin from our first film. Meanwhile, Stretch gets loose, tries to find a way out. But gets recaptured.
Is that what this is, Bubba? The old cock and cut swindle, huh?
They're gonna mess with her at dinner first of all.
Dinner time! Damn it, let's go! Eat and run! You just... Bubba, she's ready. Bring her on down. Bubba.
They're gonna bring her on down to see Grandpa, who's gonna
Bubba's got something to show you here. Look,
do the final whack on her. Grandpa's very old and having trouble doing what he needs to do. And here comes Lefty.
Boys.
And the battle's on. Lefty and Leather get involved in a chainsaw battle. Looks like Lefty's going to win this one. Drayton's injured too. Grandpa's still kicking somehow. Drayton pulls a hand grenade out of Nubbin's body. Nubbins is the hitchhiker from the first film. He's been dead for 12 years, but they still carry him around. Stretch gets the best of Chop Top. We don't really see the explosion, but basically the grenade blows them all up. Which leaves Chop Top and Stretch. And Stretch is going to win this one. And that's basically how our movie ends. All right, let's talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Came out in 1986, which was, I believe, 12 years after the original movie came out. I was very excited when this came out because I had just kind of discovered the Texas Chainsaw Massacre around that time, maybe a year earlier or so. It was one of the first movies I actually copied and rented and copied, I should say. So I was excited about this. And when I saw this movie, I was kind of disappointed. Now, I've seen this movie multiple times over the years, and I continue to be disappointed by it. However, I was all set today to kind of rag on this movie because I know how popular and well-loved this film is amongst horror fans like myself, but for some reason this movie just never resonated with me. I always thought it was maybe just a little over the top, a little too cartoonish maybe, especially with like the setting where they live. It's like some giant carnival place with like, how can this cannibal family live without being noticed with this sprawling estate they have. I don't know, it just didn't resonate with me. But like I said, I kind of have a little change of heart today. I kind of enjoy this movie more than I thought I was going to be. I was not looking forward to re-reviewing this one, to be honest with you. But like other movies that I've reviewed, like The Visitor and One Dark Night, I found that sometimes as the years passed, I enjoy it more. And I got to say that about this one too. Pee-wee's Big Adventures, another one. I haven't reviewed that one, but man, I used to hate that movie. I ragged on it so much, and all of a sudden I watched it a couple years ago. I was like, this is pretty damn funny, actually. So anyway, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it picks up 12 years later, basically. We have our cannibal family doing their cannibal things, and this time they're going after this radio host who has a audio tape of a phone call that was made while Leatherface killed 2 of these college kids who were on their way to some football game somewhere. So she plays the tape on the radio, and meanwhile, Dennis Hopper, who was the uncle of Franklin and Sally from the first film, he's been like chasing this cannibal family for years, can't find them, can't find any evidence that they exist, but nonetheless, he's always on the prowl. He hooks up with Stretch, the DJ, and thinks they're onto something here. They both end up eventually on the grounds where the cannibal family lives, and basically the last half hour of the film or so is them trying to escape, and kill the cannibal family in there. At one point, Stretch gets kidnapped. Now, Leatherface kind of has a thing for her, so he won't kill her with the chainsaw, although he's supposed to, but he doesn't. Grandpa's still there. Chop Top, who was, I know, a favorite amongst horror fans, is there as well. Eventually, Dennis Hopper gets down there. He has some chainsaws of his own. He gets into a chainsaw fight with Leatherface. I think he actually killed Leatherface. And eventually, Drayton, who is the patriarch of the family, although I think he's like an older brother of Chop Top and Leatherface, he pulls a grenade out of Nubbins, who was actually the hitchhiker from the first film. They've been dragging his body around for 12 years, just pretending it's still a family member. Pulls a grenade out and basically blows them all up. However, Stretch and Chop Top managed, they escaped. They were like going up to this shrine where they have Grandma on display. She manages to just take care of Chop Top. He falls to his death. And then the film ends with her just waving this chainsaw up in the air, and that's it. So anyway, that's the film. Again, I do think that the grounds where they live is just too far-fetched for me. It's a little too cartoony, and Chop Top a little over the top, but I kind of enjoyed him much more than I ever thought I would before, because I've watched this film several times before. It just never did much for me, but a little change of heart today. But yeah, still a little over the top, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it today more than I thought I would, and I'll probably watch this film again just for fun, and I didn't think that was going to happen. So anyway, that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yeah, I know everybody loves this film, and I guess maybe I'm a little bit on board now, I guess. Don't think it's anywhere near as good as the first one, which is a classic, and I guess I'll be watching Leatherface next in the near future as well. So anyway, check it out. Leave some comments. I know this is available on Blu-ray, and I'll leave a link to that down below if you're looking to buy it from Amazon, and you should. Check it out, leave some comments. It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Watch it. Bye.